So this is the second time that I saw 193 on the scale. That is the heaviest that I've seen all bulk, but the second time. But I'm saying 193 is just the heaviest that I've seen, and I'm feeling good about it. I'm starting to feel in the bulked state where it's hard to get food down, but I knew this point was going to come, and this is where my little maneuvers come in, where I'm going to start using normal calorie bread or even regular peanut butter or higher fat ground beef, just so I can get more calories down faster and easier. Calories in liquids like protein shakes, chocolate milk, stuff like that, but still want to stay relatively lean. So I'm probably not going to go much higher than 3,800 calories, maybe the highest 4,000, the highest. But I'm going to get right into this arm day. So guys, normally for my arm days, I've always trained arms the same exact way since I ever started working out, and it's always been like the same few workouts. It's always been dumbbell curls, hammer curls, incline curls, and then for triceps, always push downs and ropes and skull crushers, some form of skull crushers. And I never really have focused on the long head of the tricep, and the long head is the head of the tricep that makes your arm have that nice meaty look, or I should say that gives your arm that full look in a sleeve, that back long head especially. So last few arm days, that's how I've been training, prioritizing the long head. But yesterday I went back into my old routine and I started with tricep dips. Now, I'm not saying that working the shorter head is negative, because that makes zero sense, because my arms have grown so much ever since I started training the way that I've trained. And the reason why I started prioritizing the long head is because now I'm trying to train my arms in a different way. That's all. But yesterday I went back to the tricep dips, and what I did was I was supersetting the tricep dips with standing preacher curls. You guys have seen these preacher curls before. This is a comfortable position. You just lean over the bar, rest your elbows, and you're really isolating your arms because your arms are rested. But what I did was I supersetted from dips to curls, dips to curls, dips to curls, back and forth style like that. And I started both at a weight where I was able to get more reps, and then I went higher from there in weight. The reason why I do that is to kind of warm up my muscles into it, even after the warm-ups. It's just a way of getting my muscles used to the movement and exposure of the weight, and I feel comfortable doing like that sometimes. So that's what I did. I started at a rep range where I got 15 reps, I think, for both the dips and the bicep curls. I think for the bicep curls, maybe 14 reps. But then after that, I started going heavier. And I went really heavy on the tricep dips, like almost 4 plates, I think. And I was getting 10 reps still. The last one I got 9. And then even for the bicep curls, I was going heavy. I put a 25 and a 10 on both sides. That's a pretty heavy weight. That's like close to 115, I think I would say. And I want to say for me, that's a heavy weight. And for the bicep curls, I actually had to do a drop set because it was a little bit heavy like that to do straight sets. So once we were done with that back and forth style, this was a pretty fast arm day, pretty nice and simple. I went into overhead. Now I'm starting to work the long head of the tricep. I went into overhead, but not on the cables this time. This time standing straight up with a preacher bar, all the way down, touching the bottom of my neck, literally, and then straight up. And that's what I did for triceps. I also, for my first set, didn't start the heaviest that I went. I started at a weight to get comfortable, like I say. And then what the superset choice was, a preacher hammer curl, single arm. Went one arm at a time, back and forth style. So for this, I would really go failure to failure. I just wanted to do it like that. Normally, I do my 5x5s, but I just felt like doing failure in the weak arm, failure in the right arm, and that's exactly what I did. And then in the tricep behind the head, I started going a little bit heavier. I went at a pretty heavy weight where I was only able to get 9 absolutely to failure. When I fail, I just cannot go back up, and then I rest it like on my shoulders kind of, and then I just bring it forward like that. But for those back and forth style, I stayed there for 3 sets, and I started going lighter in the hammer curls for biceps. I wanted to get a good rep form, and I wanted to get a good squeeze at the top and go down nice and slow. The first weight I was doing was slightly too heavy, so I ended up dropping it. And what I ended up finishing with was tricep pushdowns. With tricep pushdowns, these are honestly probably my favorite tricep workout in total, because these are what really blew up my triceps. And not heavyweight at all. I went at a weight where I was able to get like 10 reps, but even at this weight, my arms were fatigued. This was still a little bit heavy for me because how fatigued I was. And I was only able to get 9 or 8 for the following sets. But what I did was I supersetted these pushdowns with incline curls, and I just wanted to finish off my arms, get as much blood in them as possible, finish the pump off. So I ended up doing that back and forth style for 4 sets, okay? For incline curls, guys, I do not go heavy at all. The heaviest I went yesterday was with 35s, and then even after that, I was going lighter. Guys, if I had to choose one bicep workout, and I can only do this workout for the rest of my life, no other bicep workouts, the answer would be incline curls. The incline curl has grown my biceps like no other movement, and reason being is because your arms are isolated. They're just hanging on the side of the bench. So you have no option to do anything but just curl up. And when you cannot curl up anymore, that means you are at your failure point. So there is no way to swing. There is no way to sway back and forth. It is just a one range of motion, straight up and down. And incline curls are definitely the number one go-to for biceps if I had to pick one. When those were done, I ended up doing my shoulder flies. I just did shoulder flies on the same machines that you guys see, the standing machine. But the difference with this one, what I did was I actually did it like this. So the first set, I have to hit to my failure mark at a light weight, okay? So that means that whatever number I get at that first set, I have to match the same rep count for all the other sets, even while I'm going heavier, because that's the point of this challenge. The first set, you go light to start off, not really warm-ups, you just start off light, and you use that set as a warm-up in a way, and then you get whatever number you get to failure, and then you have to match the following sets with that rep count. And even heavier, like I said. So say if I had to pause after doing 10, I have to pause for 5 seconds. That's what I did. So
yeah, you're good.
yeah.
Turn your body this way a little bit more. Back a little bit more. Right there, boom. Go flex, go. Boom.